Listen, YouTube chat getting on my goddamn nerves. Like they starting early today. They getting on my nerves early today. I'm about to jump through the screen and roundhouse all 35 of these motherfuckers today, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Some of y'all were like, wasn't explicit the value of each individual DPS, and because it wasn't explicit, now we're making a tier list. So we're gonna go ahead and try to paint a picture so that you could see which DPSs I think are gonna be the best banger value for Sparkle, and then the ones that are good value, just not as valuable. Again, from my personal perspective. Chat, be sure to say hi, YouTube, and let's go ahead and get into it. We ain't wasting no goddamn time. All right, we got things to do. Okay, so now the first character is gonna be Yukong, and I know what you're thinking. Why the hell are you putting supports up in here? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Hanabi Sparkle has a perk where when she pops her burst, she amplifies the living shit out of the team-wide damage bonus. But the amplification is dependent upon how many times your team is using skill points. So if your team is using up a lot of skill points, you're gonna reach that maximum threshold of a damage bonus much faster. So because of that, Yukong is actually a great second supportive character to run next to Hanabi Sparkle. So if you run Hanabi Sparkle and Yukong, you got two characters who can spam their skills and reach that threshold pretty fast. That's at least how my mind works. So it's worth mentioning the support characters just from that perspective. Like, just support characters that I know will enable her to hit those thresholds. So because of that, I think we can put her just to have them, we'll like name this tier here, support character synergies. Like that can actually work with her. Support character synergies. All right, so Yukong, she's an option. I just wanted to mention her. Seela, I think Seela is gonna be one of the best units in the game to run with Hanabi Sparkle. As I told y'all before, Seela's getting a massive buff from Hanabi Sparkle. She can use her skill relentlessly and never have to worry about running out of it. And if she kills somebody and procs the go multiple times shit, resurgence and all of that shit, she can just use her skill. Instead of you having to manage skill points and auto attack here and there with Seela, you can spam the skill. Then being advanced forward 50%, that's gonna make her go more times, potentially 3 times in a single turn. Actually, there's no potentially. She can go 3 times in a single turn. So because of that, what do y'all know weighing about over there, chat? What the hell? Seela's gonna be incredibly valuable with her. I think she's gonna be an S tier unit. Dr. Ratio, I'm hovering between S and A with Dr. Ratio. I'm hovering between S and A. We're gonna see what happens there. As I told y'all before, because her crit damage skill buff goes into the next turn, that means Ratio's entire kit will take advantage of the buff. It's potential, I'll be honest, don't quote me on this. I'm putting him in A just because I'm not sure he's gonna be to the same degree of broken as somebody like Seela is gonna be with her, because she also makes quantum characters stronger. She gives a buff exclusively to quantum characters that's larger than it is to the other elements. So I'm not sure, but I'll be honest with you, he might be up here. He very well might be up here, like dead ass. I'm just not sure. Okay, keep in mind, this is preemptive. This is before she releases. Danny boy, let's go ahead and make another tier. Add a row below. Here we go, and we'll put this row as solid. What we gonna put? I think Danny boy is gonna be right below. Obviously, he's not gonna perform to the level of these people, but I do think he's getting a massive buff with Hanabi Sparkle. He's one of the units that does a lot of damage, but he falls susceptible to the weakness of running out of skill points. So I think Hanabi Sparkle is going to make Danny boy really freaking strong. Don't sleep on my mans. I'm telling you, he's gonna be peak. Branya, another support synergy that you shouldn't sleep on. Her 100% action advancement plus Hanabi Sparkle's action advancement. This is one of those things that sounds really good on paper, but might be garbage in practice. There is a concern there. But if it can work, technically, this may be the very first composition in the game to where you're able to go 4 times in a cycle consistently because 2 characters are constantly advancing you forward. Again, that sounds good on paper, sounds kind of sus in practice, because the problem is she advances 100%, which is a good thing. But if you have another unit advancing that character 50%, that's going to throw off your rotations. And now Branya is not going to be in the spot you want her to be in. That's what I mean by sounds good on paper, but in practice it might actually be scuffed, because you're just like, you're not even in control of your action values anymore. You don't know what the hell's going on. So, but she is worth mentioning. Well, it's just a synergy that I think we'll put him right here. I don't think she's gonna make him broken or anything, but she does enable Welt to spam his skill. I will say I actually might be inclined to put Welt up here, and here's why. The only reason I say that is because Welt is not going to be the main DPS on a Hanabi Sparkle team. He's going to be probably a supportive DPS, and in that sense, he can spam his skill while still doing his supportive job on that team, which would be valuable. But because it's you know, kind of a niche scenario, I'm gonna keep him in the B tier. I'll keep him in the B tier. But I'll be on, I just want to mention, I love giving perspective because a lot of these people will gloss over this stuff and they'll be like, oh, you got him in this tier. I debatably could put him in the A tier, but you know how things go. QQ, let's put her in front of Scylla. Nah, I'm gonna keep her in front of Scylla just to piss Pokey off. But in terms of Gamba, if she Gamba, I will always say this. If she gambas correctly, she's stronger than Scylla. I don't know what to tell y'all. If she gambles correctly, an AoE attack happening 3 times versus a single target attack happening 1 time, that's just by nature, it's better. The only thing you have to worry about is the Gamba. So QQ will put her right next to Scylla. Yeah, I'll put her right next to Scylla. And Bibiter Lunea, he lost some strength as more characters came out, like Jing Liu and then now Dr. Ratio. But with Hanabi Sparkle coming out, my theory is Dr. Ratio, or not Dr. Ratio, and Bibiter Lunea is going to be able to fully charge his basic attack 3 times in a single turn. That's a 500% multiplier happening 3 times in 1 turn, which is a 1500% multiplier. Because of that, I don't think anybody's gonna, I dead ass think he's gonna take Jing Liu's spot. That's just, now again, that's just a theory craft. I'm not exactly sure. These are all, I will reiterate this as much as I need to. This is just content to make to keep you guys up to date with where my thoughts are on how this is going to occur. But I think Bibiter Lunea might take Jing Liu's spot because of Hanabi Sparkle, enabling him to go 3 times with fully charged attacks. We'll see what happens there. Yang Gang. Now, this gonna be a hot take. I think Yang Gang gonna be in the A tier. Yep. I think Yang Gang gonna be in the A tier. First of all, if you guys saw my showcase, you saw the 0 cycle. That 0 cycle was possible because of the buff of the MOC, which makes me go an extra turn. But that extra turn isn't buffed by crit damage, damage bonus, and attack percent bonus. It's not buffed by any of this, right? It's just an extra turn. Well, imagine with Sparkle coming out, he gets that extra turn permanently with buffs. And because of that, I think Yang Gang's getting a massive buff. Now, does he still have his weaknesses? Absolutely. But in the hands of a veteran player, him not having a shield doesn't matter when you obliterate the enemy before they can even hit you. So I think on a high skill level, Yang Gang is definitely A tier. And so that's worth considering. He still needs shield. Skill issue. Now, moving on, we got Jing Yuan. At first, I slept on Jing Yuan. I don't know why. Sometimes when you're in the middle of like creating content, you're gonna immediately think something too fast without actually giving it considerable thought. For whatever reason, I said, it's iffy with Jing Yuan in my last video. But after thinking about it, if her skill lasts into the next turn, that means his Lightning Lord can get the crit damage buff, which is literally a better Bronya for Jing Yuan. So because of that, I think Jing Yuan, he's going to be bottom A. Oh, it's a tough one with Jing Yuan because the backloaded damage is always a weird spot. I want to say this. I think he can potentially be up here, but I need to like play with him with Hanabi Sparkle to really set that in the stone. I personally love my Jing Yuan next to Topaz because Topaz gives him the multiplicative damage bonus to his Lightning Lord. It's possible that Jing Yuan might sit up here. I'm just not sure. Let me think about this for a second. Chat, I'll be honest. I think he's in the S tier. I do. The reason I do is because Hanabi Sparkle will enable him to always have 10 stacks. He'll always have 10 stacks. You think about it, chat. I'm dead ass. Whereas before, you really gotta work hard on that 10 stacks. You gotta do everything perfect. But with Hanabi Sparkle, he's going 3 times. He is. And that's 10 stacks. And it's more energy recharge. And he hits his ult. So I think he's bottom of S. I do. I think he's bottom of S. I really do, which is a drastic change, but I'm serious. We'll see what happens. Argenti, I also think he's gonna be up here as well. Yeah, I think he's gonna be up here as well, bottom of S. Topaz, I guess let's spend a little time here. Argenti's kit is so damn simple that it's not even hard to explain, bro. You just skill and ult. That's all you do with Argenti. Skill, ult, skill, ult. So it's like with her, he just gets stronger with his skill and ult. Like there's nothing else to say about that. He just literally gets stronger. And he spams his skill every single time he goes. So with Sparkle, he doesn't even have to worry about running out of skill points. There's just no way that he's not gonna be very strong next to Hanabi Sparkle. There's just no way, I'm telling you. So Topaz. Now, Topaz is not somebody who needs Hanabi Sparkle, and she's somebody that you typically are always going to run next to, you know, other follow-up synergies. You're always going to run her next to follow-up synergies. So in that regard, I think Topaz is a Ron May character more than she is a Hanabi Sparkle character. I don't think she needs Hanabi Sparkle in any capacity. So I think she's probably gonna be like bottom of A in terms of her synergy with Sparkle. I do. I think her synergy with Sparkle is like bottom A. It's just not necessary. Now, I'm not gonna say she can't pop off with her. She probably can, but is it really like game changing for Topaz? No, I think it's just more of a side grade option depending on the team composition that you're running. Okay, so Shu Yi. I think Shu Yi is actually gonna be A tier. I'm dead ass. Honestly, man, I think she might sit like right here because Hanabi Sparkle's quantum damage boost, attack percent boost, and crit damage, and just enabling her to get her energy recharge up because she's going more often, breaking shields more often too. Yeah, I think Shu Yi with Hanabi Sparkle is going to be massive for her. I think she's going to be a very strong unit. I don't think she's going to be broken. The reason she's not as broken as QQ is because QQ can literally skill 3 times in a row and get the full damage bonus from Hanabi Sparkle. Like she can just skill, and then she gets full bonus. You can't do that with Shu Yi. But I think she'll be very strong. I think she'll be a solid option with her. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very paramount character for a lot of like for the mono quantum team compositions. You got Ciela, then you run her with Fu Xuan, then you run her with Hanabi Sparkle, and I told y'all there's an incentive to do so. They're literally going to get stronger the more quantum characters you have on the team. So I think as a sustain, she's definitely going to be one of the best options in the game to run with Hanabi Sparkle. The problem though with the sustain is I believe Hanabi Sparkle's incentive is an attack percent bonus. So unfortunately, she's not going to benefit from it, but it doesn't matter. She doesn't need it. It's to help the mono quantum team. Seal is going to benefit from it. Silver Wolf is going to benefit from it. So like, unfortunately, Fu Xuan's not going to benefit from it, but she doesn't need to. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Su Shang. The thing about Su Shang that's crazy is that if you use her skill on a weakness broken enemy, she gets the point back, but it still counts as consuming the skill. So I think that's going to be a solid synergy. I'm not sure if she'll probably be next to Dan Heng. I feel like they have the same amount of value in terms of what they can do and perform. I'm going to put her right here next to Dan Heng. Hanya, that's going to be another support synergy where if you run her and Hanabi Sparkle, there's probably gonna be some crazy like creative compositions where you run her and Hanabi Sparkle with like 2 very skill point greedy units. Like you might be able to get away with doing some crazy shit, but it's a support synergy that's definitely worth mentioning. They'll probably be solid. Silver Wolf, yeah, Silver Wolf for mono quantum compositions. I think she's gonna be S tier. Again, the ultimate mono quantum is Silver Wolf, Ciela, Hanabi Sparkle, and Fu Xuan. I think that is an Exodia mono quantum team that's going to be ridiculous with Hanabi Sparkle. And they all get the maximum damage bonus from Hanabi Sparkle as well. So yeah, I think Silver Wolf's going to be up here as well. I'm trying to think though. Nah, you know what? We're going to change it up, chat. We're going to change it up. I think she going to be down here. I think Fu Xuan going to be down here. I think Argenti and Xingyue going to be down here. Yep. We changing it up entirely. I do. Chat, hold up. Listen, man. Listen, I'm not saying they aren't good, but I thought about it. I can't say that they are going to receive the same value as these 3 characters. I can't. I had to think about that. I can't say that they're going to receive. You're telling me, chat, deadass. You telling me these 3 will receive the same value as these 3? No, they won't. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just being honest. I didn't realize it until I realized that the S like tier was getting crowded. And then I started thinking, I was like, hold on. Why do I have these units on the same tier as these motherfuckers who are really supposed to be getting the most like value? You get what I mean? I had to change it up a little bit. Sometimes you just got to change it up. Caught myself slipping right there. You just need a little moment to think about it. Oh man, put S there. Okay, so yeah, To conclude that one more time, they are very strong with Hanabi Sparkle, just not, they're not receiving the level of value that these 3 units are receiving. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? Himiko, we just gonna go ahead and you're just gonna put it right there, all right? Listen, Himiko, you know, you can use her with Hanabi Sparkle, but it ain't gonna be nothing crazy, all right? Not in my opinion. Yeah, we gonna stay there. Physical MC, I don't think he belongs on this tier. We're gonna have to make a new tier. We're gonna have to make a new tier. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We're gonna make the nah bro tier, bro. We're gonna make the nah bro tier. Hold on. We put this B. Nah, bro. This ain't it, G. All right, moving on to Misha. Yeah, Misha gonna be like, nah, bro. Listen, word around the street is Misha been cooking. All right, I hear that Misha been cooking. I'm the type of person where I cannot comment on a character I have not spent time with. Chat, I will vote y'all in. I will sub you in. Boop, boop, boop. You guys choose, where do you want Misha to be? I'll let you choose. B tier, we got A tier. Bottom B. We got A, we got B, B, B. Okay, we got a lot of B's. Chat has spoken. We got a lot of B's. We're going to put Misha, I guess we'll put Misha right here. We'll put Misha right here, bottom B. Okay. Ooh, now here's a hot one. Clara. Here's a hot take. Clara with Hanabi Sparkle. I'll be honest, man. Clara being able to spam that skill does sound kind of crazy, but it's some gamba, right? With regards to who it's gonna land on. I feel like top of B is fair. I feel like top of B. Chat, I feel like that's fair. Nah, bro. Nah? Where's she supposed to be at? I don't play with Clara. So, I mean, what are we thinking? Oh, y'all saying put her in nah, bro. Chat, bro. She's not that bad, bro. Y'all, no. Hell no. Y'all not about to disrespect my girl Clara like that, bro. I'm not gonna let y'all put her in nah, bro. Nah, I'm sorry, that's crazy. Next to the physical MC? You telling me Clara is physical MC level? Nah, ain't no way. Hook probably, nah. Chat, I'll be honest with you. I'm joking with y'all, but Hook is bottom of B for sure. Bro, nobody is as bad as the physical MC, bro. It's one of my favorite characters in the game too, but Hook is not as bad as physical MC. Nobody is bad as physical MC, bro. All right, it's not the case. Now, Blade, nah, bro. Blade, in my personal opinion, is still one of the best DPS in the entirety of the game. But for Sparkle, the only way Blade can work is if the shit I was telling you about earlier actually works. If you could somehow pull off the scuffed action value advancement between Bronya and Hanabi Sparkle on the same team with a Blade, then Blade can pop off. But I just don't see it happening, because I'm telling you, the 50% advancement is going to scuff Blade's rotation with Bronya. For the sake of it actually working, I'll put him at the top of B. For the sake of it working. Oh, we only got one more. Asta. She's just another supportive character synergy that I think is going to work, honestly. Yeah, okay. I think this tier list is pretty fair. This is a fair tier list. Yeah, I'm okay with this. At the end of the day, though, when Hanabi Sparkle releases, YouTube, we are definitely going to follow up on this and see how all these characters are performing, minus Scylla. I don't own her, never will. She's actually Booty Cheek Chronicles, okay? But I'll test everybody else out and we'll come back and see how people are doing. And honestly, if any of these units deserve to be at the top, I will absolutely come out and say it, okay? Thanks for watching. Hopefully you got a little bit more insight with regards to how I think Hanabi Sparkle is going to perform with these characters. Peace, love, and happiness. Say bye, YouTube chat. Bye, YouTube. Bye, bye. Bye. Who the hell did that?